So in addition to building community and saving people money on energy, what we do is we drive the demand, we increase the demand for the local jobs and the products and services that are part of the green economy. And that relates our work to the work of the other panelists. So I think I'll just
pass it on to,
yeah, to the go people.
Oh, guys.
Green Opportunity started with a desire to help communities and young people get themselves back together in their own communities. It started in a community that was drug infested and had a lot of disconnect and a lack of trust. So we were thinking, what could we do as a community who was gentrifying all green and solar that could empower the individuals from that community who lived there, who lived through the drug wars and all of that, to be a part in this redevelopment and do it introduce that community and those individuals to a sustainable way of living. That is a very difficult process, especially after, drugs have been marinating in the community for years. But we have been real aggressive about approaching individuals in those communities and the elderly and the city officials and schools to be a part of this networking team. And we started off real simple. Green Opportunities, we try to use every approach possible to engage young people through art, through music, and the one that works so effectively is money, especially if you're paying them to train. I mean, because we have, we competing against, drugs, we competing against robbing folks, we competing against a society that says buy, spend, spend. So how can we catch their attention and train them and then help them guide their behavior to something that's more conscious and sustainable? This is not a magic trick. This is a very difficult job. We have created a lot of barriers and walls with each other that relationship building is a part of this new green movement. We cannot skip and go straight to the solar panels and weatherization and don't talk about relationships, the relationships that we have destroyed in the environment, in the environmental areas, the stuff we have destroyed in the environment. So there's going to be some therapy that has to happen with all of us to help reconnect us to what the larger goal is. Now, we have to do this. If we don't have no money or not, we're going to have to get focused on what's important. I mean, it's the future of our young people, it's the future of this planet. So we put the energy and time in to make it happen the best way we know how, and we're using the young people to do it. And right here, one of the first things we try to do is to have them focus in their own community. And as we do that, one of the first things you have to tackle is cleaning it up. It's just like, there's a great disconnect with the people who live in a housing project with the actual managers, with the housing authority. There's a great disconnect with the community association, with the very community members in their neighborhood, and then it goes on with the community association to the actual city. So how do you get everybody on the same page at the same time and push it together? And like I say, when we get the young people out, like this is, we have a sculpture garden out of recycled material, out of garbage that we use to just catch the kids right where they are, we hope, by using garbage that talks about the environment and social justice. Because in the people we target, we talk about the prison industrial complex, we talk about AIDS, we talk about these serious issues that affect them on a daily basis. So how can we do it in a creative way, using garbage and talk about our rate of consumption, and then move into the broader picture of what we do about it?
So I'm going to just fill in some details about who we are as an organization, what we're doing programmatically, and where we see it all going. So Green Opportunities, we're a nonprofit organization. We're a community-based development organization. So we've got in our charter certain target neighborhoods within the city of Asheville that we work with, and we have representation from those neighborhoods at the board level. That really helps us stay committed to those neighborhoods and to get the input that we need from the individuals living in those neighborhoods to drive the work that we do. The focus of what we do is on green collar training and placement, but just from here in DeWayne talk, you can get a sense that we try to do that in some innovative ways. And a lot of that, really, the larger goal of what we're up to is empowering these specific neighborhoods within the city, doing that through jobs, doing that through art opportunities, through recreation, through education. And the target audience that we're working with are low-income, low-wealth neighborhoods within the city and individuals who are unemployed and have barriers to employment. So the barriers that we're typically dealing with are ex-offenders, high school dropouts, people who have been chronically unemployed, and neighborhoods that have seen chronic lack of opportunity. And this is an image from the first project that DeWayne and I did when we first got together about 2 years ago. And it was a weatherization project that we did in a low-wealth neighborhood in Asheville, where we trained some unemployed youth and young adults in weatherization techniques. We gave them a full day of training, and then we had them out there in the community weatherizing a church and about 5 houses in the neighborhood for a day. We worked with local businesses who were doing this kind of work to provide that training, and we had a profound impact on the energy consumption in those houses and in that church. The pastor of the church, before we started work, he actually thought that somebody was coming in and siphoning oil off the tank because they were going through so much energy. When we got in the crawl space, we could see that the ducts were completely disconnected underneath. And the hot air was just blowing around in the crawl space. So after this work was done, we saw an enormous impact on the church and in those households. And that was really the project that got us started on the pilot program we created thereafter called Asheville Go.